everyone. My name is Larry Ann Torres, and I am the Region 6 representative for the Coalition on Adult Basic Education and one of the members of the COABE Journal Review Committee. I would like to welcome you to today's journal interview with authors Ann Duggar and Mari Hunt Wassink, who wrote one of the articles titled Reimagining the Citizenship Class Towards Student Civic Engagement and Advocacy that is featured in the latest edition of the COABE Journal, focusing on racial equity and immigrant integration. So welcome, Ann and Mari. I'm going to turn it over to both of you to have you introduce yourselves.
Okay. I am Ann Duggar. I'm the Director of Education Services at the Catherine McCauley Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Hi, I'm Mari Hunt Wassink, and from 2017 until 2020, I was the Education Program Coordinator at the Catherine McCauley Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Thank you both. It is so nice to have you on. I am so excited for you to share how your community-based organization reimagined and transformed your citizenship class. So why did you write this article for the COABE Journal?
When we saw that it was available, there was an opportunity for us to tell people about this great citizenship class curriculum that we had come up with. We really wanted to get the word out that this was a possibility for people to really reimagine how citizenship is taught.
How will adult education practitioners benefit from reading your article, and how will that benefit their learners?
Mari, did you want to weigh in here?
Go ahead.
Okay, just making sure. So we really felt like for practitioners, just the idea of reimagining how they did citizenship teaching and curriculum would be the main thing to take away from this article, that it doesn't have to just be teaching to the test and not giving students an opportunity to really look at our history and what they are stepping into, often as people of color, and for people from different cultures with different languages. They don't often know what exactly they're walking into in our country and our history. So for practitioners, I really hope that everybody reading it who is practicing citizenship teaching is getting an idea of, hey, there's so much more here that our students really need to know about.
Mari, do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I think that to me, I'm hoping that people will really come away with higher expectations for what a citizenship preparation curriculum can look like, and not only higher expectations for themselves, but also for what students can gain and what students can do in the classroom. I think that we have an opportunity, like Ann said, not just to teach the test, but to actually equip people to access more resources, become more involved in the community, know their rights as citizens and their responsibilities, and be able to really prepare people for what happens after I pass the test and after the naturalization ceremony. And then in addition to that, kind of having higher expectations for students in the classroom during the citizenship preparation courses, that with the right scaffolding, we can be encouraged to know that students of a variety of different English proficiencies can be successful in having really deep and meaningful conversations about history in the United States, including the history of race and how that impacts today.
What do you hope the readers will take away from this article?
Well, we had a conversation about that. What was the difference between practitioners and readers? And I think readers is a really nice sort of broad term here that I hope anybody who's coming to this journal and reading just for their own benefit, and maybe for their teaching practice, really understands that engaging immigrants and refugees, particularly in our case, that's a lot of what we do, isn't difficult. This isn't, if we meet them where they are, if we reimagine what their space looks like, what our space looks like when we walk into classrooms or any interaction with immigrants and refugees, then they they really have an opportunity to reimagine their own community. So I'm really stuck on reimagine, because I think this is like, when we first came up with it, I was like mind blown. We have an opportunity here to really, again, meet people where they are and to say, I know you're capable of having these conversations, and it's going to, and capable of getting out into your community and engaging with your community, advocating for yourself, and it's going to make our community that much better.
Thank you. Do you have any additional comments that you would like to share?
I think again, really taking a look at and understanding that the people in front of you have rich and varied life experiences, and because they do have a lot of thoughts, and they want to express those, and we allow citizens who were born here, we allow for those opinions and those beliefs and those thoughts to come out. And often it's so hard. People go, oh, there's not enough English. They don't have enough, English proficiency. They do. And whether it comes out in drawings, whether it comes out in, sometimes we do role playing and we play act, whatever we need to do to get those big conversations going. That only helps our communities. So my additional thought is just take a moment and realize that our students and the people around us can really, we can all benefit from having more of these conversations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What about
really.
you?
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a huge potential there to just recognize what potential we have in the community to be able to see and access through the classes. And I would say too, at the Catherine McCauley Center, most of the students who are taking the citizenship preparation courses would be classified in the American system as people of color. And so they're immigrating here from, a different system, and they don't necessarily have the knowledge to be able to interpret the ways in which they're being impacted and targeted by race and white supremacy. And so we have a huge opportunity in the citizenship preparation curriculum to be able to equip people with the knowledge of the historical events and how that impacts today, and then also be able to connect them with resources within the community of how can I go get help when it comes to protecting my rights and the rights of my kids and my community at large. So I think we have such a great opportunity to be able to engage with those questions and walk alongside people in the community as they navigate a new system.
Well, thank you both so much for writing this article for the Racial Equity and Immigrant Integration Journal. For those of you listening, if you want to read this article as well as others, please go to www.coabe.org and click on the Journal tab. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.